Okay. I think I'm going live. Oh, I think I've gone live. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm just going to light my Sarah and the Angels candle here. Ooh, here we go. So I think this is the third talk I've done now. There we go, my Sarah and the Angels candle. Just wait for a few people to come online. Oh, I can't see any comments there. Oh, there they are. They've moved it all around. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Deb. So, good to be here. Good to see you all. Just want to show you my beautiful Sarah rosary. I'm going to post some pictures of this soon. It's a beautiful Sarah rosary. These are lilac amethyst, which is Sarah's lilac violet flame, and this moldavite. And these have been made by Courtney Ann. Radiant Rose, I think her page is, but I'll share that soon on the groups. Just caught my eye as I was sitting there. Hi Sergio, hi Bernadette. It's really lovely to see you all. And I'm also on Instagram as well. I can see people are joining me there. That's lovely. Lovely to see you all. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Denmark. So I've had my lunch. I'm going to have to get some things done. I'm going to go for a swim after this in the fjord. And then tonight I'm going the second time to choir. See if it's something I want to continue with. It was a little bit stressful last week. I'm not so great at Danish. And it's more like the social stuff. I can't keep up with everyone because they're all talking so fast. So we'll see. We'll see if I love the music enough to keep going for the singing. So that's my day. But I'm here to talk to you about Sarah. So let's all bring ourselves into sacred space, and also everyone who comes in the moments after will be entering into this beautiful atmosphere of energy that we're creating for them. So we'll start by imagining ourselves sitting in a circle of Sarah's angels. Beautiful white light. I did an initiation this morning. One of the Sarah healers in Australia. So I've already been in all these gorgeous energies this morning. Sarah's angels, her host of angels, they radiate and are the most beautiful, divine, white, bright whiteness. And they are surrounding our circle. We're the inner circle of divine sparks, divine lights. And they're radiating their light through us. You bring into our circle the violet flame. Sparks of the violet flame, Sarah's lilac violet, sparking all in the centre of our circle. And then Sarah herself comes right into the centre of the circle, right into the centre of the circle. And she's grounding and expanding, helping us come into oneness. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the third time. The first time I'd lost my voice, so we got a video presentation from me with some fabulous music. Last week I did a meditation energetically, we all travelled to the Orchard in Glastonbury, Avalon Orchard, and did a beautiful meditation with Sarah there, and you can still watch that if you haven't seen it. It's on the groups, it's on the Instagram. And today I'm going to talk about Sarah's work with the earth, because this is one of her big things. Big. And it's really where all my work with her has been leading up to at this point, and it actually brings together everything, it feels like, that I've ever done. I'm not sure if that's literally true, but it certainly feels that way. So I'm just going to call on Sarah and just ask her for some inspiration of where to start. I've got a list of all sorts of things I want to bring up. So, on the 9th of October, we are going to be... people are saying something keeps happening with freezing and buffering. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi connection. If it is, there's nothing I can do about that. UC is the provider and they sort of play up from time to time. So hopefully that will sort itself out. So I'll call on Sarah to step forward. So Sarah is very connected with the new earth, and I'm seeing the earth globe as I close my eyes, and some of you go that way will be able to see I've got my little globe there behind me. You can see if I turn that way. No, I can't. Can I? No, I can't get that. I can't get that one. Sarah, in many ways, is the new earth. She's a weaver of earth energies and director of cosmic forces. Now she stands upon the shoulders of her ancestors, and her immediate ancestors are Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. So they are very, very important in this work that Sarah is manifesting on the earth. And often when I work with Sarah, we work with Yeshua and Mary Magdalene as well. Because to fully manifest Sarah's energies, we need to be balanced and manifested in the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Now, when I say manifested, I mean manifesting the divine feminine and the divine masculine that is within us already. And yeah, I mean, this is also one of Sarah's jobs. It's to bring out what is within us and to be it. So to be our soul's light, to be our soul's purpose, to be our evolutionary process. So this class that I'm doing, well, it's not a class, it's a transmission on the 9th of October. This is the first step to really connecting with Sarah's energies in this way of working on the new earth. And that is where she's sowing seeds. She's sowing the seeds of Sarah into our hearts and watering them, more importantly, so that they grow. Now, as I mentioned last week, in actuality, these seeds are already there. within our divine spark, within us, we contain the whole of what we already are. And then on different stages of our process, those things come to fruition. So we have this first stage of working with the seeds. That brings about a process of, so in some ways things are very simple, and in other ways they're very complicated as well. The simplicity is of the energies and the processes that we go through, and then the complexity comes in trying to explain those things using a kind of linear language. It gets a bit complicated. So I'll just take things in the order that they come up. So one of the processes is to pull in your, how can I call it? One expression, and of course these are just words, could be the sacred blueprint of ascension. So what does that mean? And I'm talking about, this is something that you pull in. So we all have around us a light body. We have an energy matrix that informs our growth. And all the time it's updating and upgrading. And then there's times where, in an evolutionary sense, we kind of need to get a new one. And this can only happen through an act of grace. We need divine help. We need the angelic kingdoms, really, to get involved, because they are the technicians. And it can happen in many ways, but the conditions have to be right. And one of the ways of this happening is by working with Sarah and having this sacred blueprint of ascension coming in. So there's one of the things in this process that can happen. And then we have the balancing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So these are all things where we are coming into oneness. We are coming into our, fruition of our potential, fruition of our full potential. Now, I've been talking about a priestess training. So it's a genderless training, but we don't have a word. We don't have a genderless word for priest or priestess. But I've been talking about this training to be an earth priest or priestess of Sarah. Now, the reason why it's called an earth priest or priestess is because Sarah is one of the guardians of Gaia. And you could see this as partly being due to her blue rose lineage, but also because Sarah's like the future, you know? She's coming in, she's here now, but she is sort of going to be stretching ahead, way ahead of us. And our future ancestors are going to be there, connecting with her energies in whatever name and form she has then. And, you know, she's going to be there walking by their sides, guiding and guarding them. And so that's why she's here now for where we are with our process. And like I said, there's all these processes for us to go through. There's clearing the path. There's us learning how to create sacred power places again. I mean, we all know there's sacred power places there, but we have forgotten that we can actually create them ourselves. And this is something that Sarah's been working with me. She teaches me how to do these things, and I get to teach other people. So these are all things that are going to be going on with the priestess, earth priestess modules next year. You don't have to take all the modules. You can take 1, 2, or all 3 of them. I'm going to be teaching these. I'm going to be teaching you how to grow your own violet flame spiral. I'm going to teach you how to co-create sacred places. And at the basis, the foundation of this are the flames. Yeshua has a flame, Magdalene has a flame, Sarah has a flame. And we haven't worked with them at this level before. This is new. Because these flames, they are like the purest essence of that divine force or archetype that person is carrying. So it's as close to the divine's pure force as it can get, apart from the fact that it has been carried and worked with through that person. But it's an incredibly pure way and powerful way to work with that. And the reason why we haven't been able to work with that before is because we weren't ready. So now I get into the point of readiness, because we've got some big jobs to do. We've got some big jobs to do. We have the earth to look after. And I've done some lovely channelings in the last couple of years about cleaning up Gaia. There's a lot of energies that need to be cleaned up before the ecology and the environment can recover. And also humanity, we can't really go any further with our evolution until we get on with this work, because it is part of our evolution. And yes, it's beautiful to work with angels and cosmic forces, but we're actually needing to learn and master all of these things so we can use it for the highest good, not just of humanity, but also for Mother Earth. And Mother Earth has, or Gaia has, given us our lives and our bodies, and we haven't been that responsible for the last while. And this isn't about a guilt trip, this isn't about feeling bad, but now it's time for us to start sorting these things out, and we need to do it as healers, priests and priestesses. And the tools are coming now. But I'm telling you, like, doing individual healing work is, compared to working with earth energies and the things that need to be done, it's kind of like, I don't want to sound patronising, I don't mean it. I'm just trying to think sort of like metaphors to explain it. It's kind of like nursery work, doing individual healing work. When you get onto these bigger things where you're working with earth energies and collective stuff, it's like, you've got to go through school and graduate. So it's a real process of learning for us and development in a way that we haven't done for a really, really, really long time. So we're going back to ancient memories, ancient skills. So many of us have carried these skills before. We've been earth engineers in Lemuria, especially, also with some echoes of it in Atlantis. But in Lemuria, there was a lot of the base work done. And now we are having to remember. But I mean, the thing is, luckily for us, a lot of us have these things in our energy bodies. We just need to be shown the doorways, and then all these things kind of come along and happen in many ways for us. But there's lots of things we have to get right within our own energy bodies first before we're kind of fit to do that work. So all of these things I'm talking about, I'm going to be teaching next year, and all of these things I'm talking about are the remit of Sarah, daughter of the Magdalene, and Yeshua. Now I'll just tune in to Sarah and see. So there's a beautiful groundedness about Sarah's energy, but it's a groundedness into the new earth, And then equally to that groundedness, she's expanded out into the cosmic forces as well. So as with all things with Sarah, there's the light and the dark, the male and the female. And in the same way as we sort of view ourselves from our own planet, we have the Gaia energies and the cosmic energies. Let me just tune in and see if there's anything else she wants to say or perhaps channel for us. Yes, she wants to say a few words. So before I hand over to Sarah, things that I'm going to be teaching, it's very much about how you get to be so deeply rooted in the earth that you can direct cosmic forces in co-creation with Sarah. And there's some really, really special techniques where you kind of grow violet spirals into the earth, and really you'll be so grounded and anchored here in a way that you never imagined possible. And as we know, if storms are coming, you want your roots to go really, really, really deep so that you can withstand things. And this is about working, like if you want to work at this level with evolutionary earth stuff, you have to be that grounded. So it's quite advanced. It's not for everybody, and there's lots of ways to work with Sarah. And as I said, doing the earth priestess of Sarah, this is kind of bringing it all together. But there's also lots of little things along the way that you might be interested in. So, but this is one of the reasons why Sarah has come in at this time, because we've got to the point now where we're advanced enough that we can work with this. 50 years ago, most of us would be like, what? Just like it just couldn't happen. It just couldn't happen. We just weren't there yet. So I will go quiet and do a little channeling from Sarah. I hope I've been saying things that make sense. Oh, I just looked at the time and it said 22:22. That's nice. So I'll go quiet, and then when I talk again, I'll be channeling Sarah. Welcome, I am Sarah. One of the things that I do in the initiations and teachings that I bring forth is to create a connection into the new earth grid directly through my archetypal force of the divine life force energy. And I am sending out this energy to all of you now so that you can bathe in a beautiful bath of that green light, that green glow, that green energy. These are the forces that I am teaching many of you to work with through healing, through becoming a healer with me, through becoming a priest or priestess with me. And also just using these things with simple day-to-day techniques. These are for everyone. Everyone can use them. They are part of your divine birthright, part of who you all are. And then to direct them, to work more deeply with them, and for those of you who are called to this work and step onto this path. Many of you are called to be the guardians of Gaia, to be flame keepers, earth keepers. You are moving into a time where you can truly discover that you are not helpless or hopeless, powerless, but are empowered, magnificent beings of light and dark. And I will show you how to be so grounded and strong in your own energy fields and with each other, that you are more powerful and are capable of more things than you can even dream of right now. This is not a power for personal gain, but it is a power that will shine forth from your soul, being used for the highest good of all. These words that I speak are a prophecy which shall come to pass, and has already come to pass in the times ahead, for it is your destiny. It has already been woven into the tapestry of humanity's existence and evolutionary process. You are already these things. It is just simply where you are on the path and on the timeline right now. All is well. All is well. All is well. I am Sarah, and I am a keeper for the new earth, a way shower. Those of you who wish to be flame keepers, I have much to teach, much to share, and my blessings are upon you. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Amen. So I hope that this has gone out okay. I know there's been some problems with the connection. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me just see, check the calendar. I will be doing one more of these next week. It will be the last one for now, talking about these things. But yeah, lots of blessings to everyone. Bye for now. Bye.